Hello everyone, this is Angel from Have Faith, Let It Begin. We're getting ready for the post notifications to go out. So what we're doing right at this moment is we're sending out messages to all of our viewers, a special message to remind you that we are 24 hours away from our 2-year anniversary. That's right, we've been on the air for 2 years, and we can't believe it. We are so excited to have you be a part of our journey each and every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. We want to make sure that you remember that this primetime special will air live at 7 p.m. That's right, so make sure you let all your friends know, all the people that have never had a chance to listen to us, all the people that you think would be inspired by what we're going to have to offer on this special edition as we culminate on the 2-year anniversary. See where my mind is at? 2-year anniversary of something so awesome that just began with a hobby, with an idea, something that I've always wanted to do. So, remember, Have Faith, Let It Begin, tomorrow's 2-year anniversary, 7 p.m. live, and that is exclusively on this broadcast and Facebook Live. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2020. Have Faith, Let It Begin will start right now.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
On June 16th, 2018, a show designed for you, the Daily Commuter, went live. A weekly show all about faith. A show with motivational topics, inspirational stories, and personal testimony set out to change the world.
Don't you see that your faith is coming alive? Don't you see that it's tested every time? He's the one that makes your life divine. He's the one that makes you feel alive. Your faith's being tested.
Hi, I am Mia. You're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hello, my name is Amari, and today we are back on another episode of Have Faith and Let's Begin. Hi, my name is Isabella, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hey, this is Freddie, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hi, my name is Angela, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
On this Monday, June 15th, 2020, we are live. As I'm driving right now, it is 7:35 Eastern Standard Time. My name is Angel. Folks, we are 24 hours away from our 2-year anniversary. And if you heard the top of the show, as we were giving you the post notifications to let you know to join us, we want to remind each and every one of you that tomorrow will be a special primetime edition of Have Faith, Let It Begin. But I also want to remind you that that does not mean we're not going to be on the air tomorrow morning. It'll be a 2 huge episode broadcast. But the big one will take place prime time at 7 p.m. So let me recap. Tomorrow morning, we will be live yet again, hopefully at 7:30 a.m. If not, around the 7:30, 7:45 a.m. Break between. And then we will then broadcast live at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. We will be going on the air 5 minutes early, 6:55 p.m., just to give everybody an opportunity to join us as we go in. I am also going to be having a Zoom broadcast as well. So if any of you would like to join us via Zoom or have any comments, questions, you can do that as well. That will all be available to you when I go on the air tomorrow. Folks, let's get started with another rendition, Have Faith, Let It Begin. Today's Monday, and it's Monday Forum, which basically means it's an open forum. So a lot of you have texted me over the weekend, a couple questions, ideas, and comments and concerns. So we're just going to open it up based on all of those feedbacks. Many of you had asked me questions about the date stories, asking me questions about how many dates could there actually be. Well, I'll be honest with you. I've really never truly counted them, but I lost count after about 60. So there's a lot of stories. Then another follow-up question that somebody had asked me was, how do you remember all these stories? Well, to be very honest with you, I remember half of the ones that really hit home. The other ones I have in a journal that I used to keep and I found recently. And I've been actually going back and reading a lot of it, and has triggered my memory to remember everything. Now, if there's a story that is very short, I do not elaborate and I do not add anything to it. I'm sticking to exactly what is written or what is fresh in my mind. The only thing that is fabricated about the stories of the crazy date stories is the fact that I did not want to use the real names of some of the girls that I'm either have never had any communication with afterwards, but some of them that I'm friends with have been okay with it. So sometimes I will say, the name has been changed. Another question that came up is, how do you get your ideas for your show? Well, let me be honest. A lot of times, the show in the very, very beginning, I kind of had an idea which direction I wanted to go. I had an idea that of different types of topics that I wanted to talk about. But as the show progressed, I started just praying about it. I started thinking, what can my audience really get out of this show? And that's when I believe the show started to evolve. I think that's when the show really took off, because I did not want to plan the title. As you all know, I don't read off of a pre-scripted script. I'm in my car as right now, so that would be amazing if I could, unless I owned a Tesla, which no way near that. But the thing is that I've always gone off the cuff. I've always believed that I have been given a gift, and my gift has always been obviously the gift of gab, but I've just been fortunate enough to know a direction of where I'm going. Do I repeat a lot? Absolutely. Sometimes I use the same vocabulary in the same sentence, or same adjective or a verb, or in the same sentence, and maybe I could be better at that, but you know what? It wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me, and I think a lot of you also get a lot of that because you feel that I'm being real. And another thing, I don't edit, so if I mess up live, or even if I mess up on a pre-recorded, I leave it in. I leave it in because I'm not perfect, and I think that I would be trying to be somebody that I'm not. Now, most sponsors or probably other platforms would say, no, you got to sound really good. You got to sound like you know what you're talking about. Well, I believe that when you speak freely, and it comes from the heart, and I think that people respect that, and that's a lot of the feedback that I've gotten. Another question and now this is actually on my steering wheel, to like little bullet points, just so that I make sure I follow up on everything that was asked of me. Somebody asked me, where do you see your show when you hit 5 years? That's a great question, by the way. Like I've always said, my overall goal was to do two things. One, I wanted to make sure that we changed the world, and by doing that, one random act of kindness. If that meant that I can touch one person's life, if somebody's life is affected just once from every episode, then I've done my job. We've been over 300 episodes already. And if that means that one person's life has been changed, that's over 300 people whose life I've had an influence on. And that is number one. Number two, our overall goal and our mission is to do a scholarship fund for every school district beginning in the state of New York, which is where I reside. But it's not going to be the typical scholarship that I grew up with. This one has got to be based on three key factors. And that is I try to make sure I put this in the right form. I've always seen scholarships go to people that are, in sports, and they did a lot of things, and they kind of know what to do to get that scholarship. Does that make sense? I don't want to degrade or be disrespectful to any other scholarship out there. This one is based on academic scores, attendance, and what you have given back to the community. Not what you're going to give back to the community. What have you done for your community? So that's the three factors that I want to do, because I believe that the wave of the future is the children, and our children are going to set us free. Our children are the way. And, in the Bible it says, and a child shall lead them. So that's my goal. That's our goal here at Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's a great question, by the way. And that was given to us by a Stephen in Colorado. So thank you so much for that question, Stephen. I really appreciate that question. I think that was very, very well said. Another person said, this is a funny one. Does your wife make fun of you? I wonder if this is a family member saying this. Does your wife make fun of you when you cry over the air? Listen, my wife makes fun of me because I cry when we watch any movie. So that's a given. And then somebody follows up and said, you had mentioned that your wife doesn't listen to your show. Why? Well, I got to be honest. That's a deep question, and I won't stray away from the hard questions. My wife does not listen to the show. I think a lot of it is because, number one, she's working, obviously. And you would say, well, then when does she listen to it? Does she listen to it on her spare time? My wife lives with me. My wife knows a lot of the stories that I'm going to, that I've talked about. I share with her what I've done on the episodes, and we talk about it. So I guess maybe because she lives with me, and constantly talks to me, and we talk about it, she doesn't feel the need to listen to it live. And on top of that, she does listen to some episodes that I'll say, hey, this is going to be a pretty important episode for me. Can you take a look at it and, let me know what you think? So ultimately she does. She's a very big supporter of all the things that I do. Okay. Somebody wanted to know why I don't post enough pictures on social media or on your Have Faith, Let It Begin like page. Okay, so that's another good question. Social media can be used in a negative way. So because of the way things are, and I'm a first-time parent, I'm a little reluctant to post Ariel's picture. There's a couple of episodes where, when Ariel turned 1, yes, I posted a picture, and when she was an infant. So there's a couple out there, but I try to keep my life a little private when it comes to Ariel. But I have had pictures up about myself and my wife, as like even last Friday on our anniversary. All right, so that's enough questions for now. We're up to 12 minutes on this episode. I just wanted to kind of get a little personal with you since tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary. Let me end with a message for you today. And it will stem to what we're going to talk about tomorrow. It's about forgiveness. It's about forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and moving forward. I had a deep conversation with a very good friend of mine over this weekend who really, truly inspired me, who called me up and gave me dynamite wisdom. Sigfredo called me. We had a spiritual conversation. We had a spiritual walk, if you want to say, over the phone. And he really helped me get out of this funk that I was in, which I will talk about tomorrow on the Primetime Special. But forgiveness is important. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to forgive if you're not willing to move forward. And that's something that we're going to touch base on tomorrow. So today, as you go into your workplace, remember that forgiveness is important. Forgiving others, but more importantly, forgiving yourself for things that you've done, for things that you've thought about, even for things that you've done that were good. It doesn't have to be bad. It's just forgiving yourself, loving yourself, because God already has loved you. God has already proven to us that He's not going anywhere and that He loves you for who you are. He created you in His image. Also, give a shout out to Chip for being a huge integral part of conversations with me the last couple of weeks, and just kind of giving me a place and a platform to laugh, sharing stories. And it's been very, very uplifting. I miss those two guys. They live out of state, and they're always a big part of my life, and I wish they were closer. I really do. So on this Monday, I hope you enjoyed this Monday forum, open forum, a little bit about my history and some questions that you've asked. And I'm so honored and privileged to say that tomorrow marks 2 years. I'm excited. I hope you are too. May God bless you. May He shine His light upon you and grant each and every one of you peace. Talk to you tomorrow as we celebrate 2 years. Oh boy. And don't forget, have faith, let it begin.
Don't you see that your faith is coming alive? Don't you see that it's tested every time? He's the one that makes your life divine. He's the one that makes you feel fine. Your faith's being tested.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. You know, we're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day. Don't forget, everyone, 2-year anniversary for Have Faith, Let It Begin is tomorrow and primetime special at 7 p.m. I hope to see you all there and have a great day.